Imagine if everyone could use tone to their advantage. Imagine if everyone could understand someone's entire being by the posture in which they sit and the way they tap their feet and even the way they bit their fingernails. Imagine if you could have full control of what energy you give off and what energy you get when you walk into a room. Imagine if you could diffuse an argument by simply understanding what calm words someone else needed to hear. Imagine if you could motivate people and bring them towards success without being too overbearing or without holding them back. That, folks, is emotional intelligence. And the best part is that you can build it starting today. Hi, for those of you who are new here, my name is Hilary Jacques and I'm an emotionally empowered teen. And my goal is to kind of just stop people from faking it until they make it and give them the skills that they need to be able to better manage relationships with themselves and others, what I call true emotional intelligence. If you haven't already opened my free course in my bio, I would do that now so you can have even more specific information. Now let's get on with the rest of the video. So we hear a lot about IQ, which is the measure of cognitive intelligence, but did you know that EQ, or emotional intelligence, can be even more crucial for success? So research has shown that our success in work or life depends 80% on emotional intelligence, while only 20% on intellect. That means that your ability to understand and manage emotions could be your biggest superpower. So let's look to more studies. Like studies from the mid-20th century, like the Somerville study, for example, highlighted how young childhood abilities to manage frustrations, regulate emotions, and build relationships had a greater impact on life outcomes than IQ did. So at its core, we can really just define emotional intelligence as the ability to manage, understand, and effectively use emotions. So both your own and other people's. I would say that it's made up of 4 different levels: perceiving, facilitating, understanding, and managing emotions. But for those of you who at least have heard of Daniel Goleman, you'll know that he separates these into 5 key components, which is what those levels actually involve. We have self-awareness, self-regulation, social skills, empathy, and motivation, which I will get into even further today. So first up is self-awareness. So think of this as your emotional landscape. Knowing your triggers, your strengths, your weaknesses, and just all of those things can transform the way that you approach life. So start by writing in a journal or practicing mindfulness to tune into your emotional patterns. Next is self-regulation, which is really the art of managing emotions, especially under stress. So instead of reacting impulsively, you need to be responding intentionally. Techniques like meditation or even simple things like counting to 10 can really work wonders. Third is motivation, and this is something that a lot of people lack, but it's that inner drive to achieve your goals. So it's not about those external awards, it's about staying optimistic and determined even when things get tough, because they're going to. They're just going to. But it's about how you handle that. The next is empathy. Empathy is less about understanding someone's feelings and more about reacting and responding to them in a way that makes them feel like they're in an inclusive, a safe, and comfortable environment, and a way that essentially builds connection. Empathy is really that breaking point that takes ordinary reactions into meaningful relationships. Now we have social skills, which is probably my most favorite one out of the 5. And these are just tools that you use for effective communication and relationship building. So people think that social skills means that you have to be an expert, but no, you can have good social skills and still be a person who likes to keep to yourself and prefers to keep to yourself, but you know how to engage in relationships when you need to. Whether it's resolving conflicts or earning trust, social skills can help you thrive in any environment. So now let's get into that really big question. Why do we care about EQ? Why do I give a fuck? Well, what I say is, and you've probably heard me say this more than once, is that the biggest thing in life is to have people rooting for you, and you're only going to have people rooting for you if you've actually taken that time to learn how to build good and connected relationships with them. Right? You want more money, you learn human nature. You want more friends, you learn human nature. You want more status, you learn human nature. EQ isn't just about emotions, it's about human nature. Unfortunately, this is the end of my video today, but if you found this information valuable, make sure to open my free course that's linked in my bio. And if you're a brave one, take my EQ quiz and just see where you stand in your emotional intelligence and where you can identify in areas of growth. And also, if you're someone who's struggling with EQ, remember that it's not about being perfect, it's about those little steps, all that contribute to your progress. And these small, consistent steps can really make a big difference, but only if you start now. I like to say that emotional intelligence is your secret weapon to success, connection, and resilience. So subscribe for more insights and let's keep growing together. See you next time, and tell me what your score was in the quiz and what other information that you might want to learn about. Bye!